Thank you to the Community Foundation for your generous support for our preschool program at Grandview Elementary. We are able to provide a teacher and a parent liaison for our children. We have 20 children in the program, and they will greatly benefit because we'll have a great foundation for their educational experience here in Monroe County Schools. Thank you to the foundation. You are able to provide the seeds so that we can pick up the programs in years in the future to provide as many programs as possible for our children. Thank you.
Ivy Tech and the school corporation have, of course, had a long history of opportunities of working together, and in this particular instance, when Ivy Tech became the stewards of the John Waldron Arts Center, Fairview naturally reached out, being an Art for Learning school, saying, you're an art center, we're an Art for Learning school, are there ways we might be able to work together? We started discussing of how we could work together to make preschool a really meaningful and powerful experience for the children. And one of the very specific things was that the district was unable to provide arts instruction in the same way that the rest of the school was receiving through the Artful Learning Initiative. And we said we could fill that gap, and we started making the plan. We worked together, and we landed in this place today where we're working together for the entire school year thanks to the support of the Community Foundation.
Rickety, tickety, bumblebee, will you say your name for me? What's your name?
Jared Crisscross Applesauce.
Hi, Jared Crisscross Applesauce.
Through the grant, we had an additional 15 to 17 students that were able to participate in preschool who would not otherwise have had that opportunity. And the one really nice thing about here is that we also have, through Beth, help support activities for parents, that parents are in and out of here every day, all day, and they develop relationships with the school prior to entering kindergarten.
We've done activities over the years that really pull parents into the school system. We know that parents are the most important teachers, so we're doing a lot of different activities in terms of make and takes and evenings and parenting classes. We really could not do some of the creative ways that we've brought families in without Community Foundation support. The funding that allows just that extra time to build on that. Then we bring community partners in, and being able to bring them in, we're able then to expand over the years. We've seen more traffic in the schools over the years because we are really creating these different ways for parents to be fully engaged.
So if we can expand that love of learning, you know, to more families in the community, that's what's exciting.
Hello, William. Hello, and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too.
Every county has some kids who are under the age of 3 who are blind or who have severe vision loss, and Indiana does not provide the services in terms of specialized early intervention that the children need. I'm also the mother of a child who is visually impaired. I tried to find services and they were not available, so we started them 2 years ago. We are an agency that works with visually impaired infants and toddlers. We provide specialized early intervention to children under the age of 3 who are blind or who have severe vision loss. We would like to say thank you to the Community Foundation of Bloomington and Monroe County. We got a grant for $10,000 to help keep the direct service, to provide the direct service that we provide to these families and to some, I think we've served 78 families in 2 years. We were able to leverage this with COSAIR Charities in Louisville. They matched this grant. So with this $10,000, we've actually received $20,000 for this fiscal year. So we are so very, very grateful.
Most recently, the Community Foundation was very instrumental in making it so we could get this facility. They gave us a grant for $50,000, which we were able to use as a matching grant, which made it so we could raise the initial funds to put the down payment down on this facility and be able to close on it by March 29th. We did some initial renovations on the facility, built in some additional office spaces and a parent waiting room, and did some accessibility updates to the facility. And then the horses moved here on May 24th, and we started the summer session here at Pals. So with this new facility, we can do, it's ours. We own it. We can do anything we want with it at any time that we want to. So that's very exciting. The whole facility is 20 acres, of which 15 of them are fenced-in pasture. It also has a house and a small barn on the property. There are 27 stalls in it. The arena is about 100 by 200 feet. So the arena is actually twice as big as the arena that we rented before.
I love the Ellisville Boys and Girls Club. It's better than any other day camp I've been to.
It's like a second home to me because the people here are just very caring, very nice, and they care about how people here feel, what they do, and it just makes me feel happy to come here every day.
My favorite thing about Boys and Girls Club is just how all the staff are so energetic and inviting.
They are really caring, they're really nice, they're kind of like an extra brother or sister to me. They're like part of my family, and this is a place I really like to go to.
This particular building that we're in is for sale, and we need to be proactive in finding a place for our kids to be. So we are walking down that path with the dollars from the Community Foundation, partnering with other not-for-profit and public entities in the community to develop a collaborative plan on how we can all cohabitate and share space.
You can come here and feel welcome.
It's a great place to meet new friends, new people. It's awesome.
Thank you very much. It's a very good thing that you're doing because you're always helping the club and the members that come here.
The Bloomington Playwrights Project is the only theater organization in the state of Indiana that's devoted exclusively to the development of new plays. For the last several years, IU has workshopped a musical late in the summer. It's now part of their IFT season. And for the first time this year, one of the musicals that the BPP has in its season will be the same musical that IU is producing at the end in the summer. And so it'll be a continual development process here in Bloomington for that show.
We received this wonderful grant, and it really means that we'll be able to collaborate in a new way with Chad, with the BPP, and in creating a new piece of musical theater. We will produce it in sort of a major workshop way. But it isn't the final production. It's a way to try it out a little bit. And then the authors get to see it, and then they get to go away and work on it a little bit more. And then it'll come back to Bloomington in January and be produced downtown at the BPP with a director that's attached to the project. So it's really a great process. In developing a new play, this is the way to do it. To be able to see it, they can go away and then know that they have another production that will take place here. This is fantastic. Yippee!
I like the giant check. Makes me want to work in public.
Owen.
Stepping Stones is an independent living program that serves 9 residents aged 16 up to 21. They learn their independent living skills while they live here. They can live here for up to 2 years, but we try to get them in and out a little bit quicker if they're out of high school. If they're in high school, we definitely want them to graduate before they're ready to move on. The Community Foundation has helped us in many ways. This grant cycle, they funded Career Steps, which is a program where we want to work with employers to hire our kids, basically. So we would help pay a first couple of weeks' salary, so give our kids a chance. And one of the things that we do is have our independent living coaches act as the job coach so that we can really have a partnership with these employers.
It's been really nice to be able to have that support to further develop our career development program, to support our residents that are, getting their first job or moving on to other positions.
Life Designs is an agency that provides services and supports to people with disabilities in South Central Indiana. Our mission is to help people find jobs, to live on their own, and to be part of their community in every way. We've got a long history of support from the Community Foundation that has really allowed us to grow and become a better organization. The grant this year was to help us move further in terms of consolidating services and supports at the administrative level so we can do a better job at direct service. We're collaborating with 10 other organizations around the state of Indiana that do what we do, and our plan is to, over the next 3 years, consolidate fiscal operations, human resources, and information technology so we can each do a better job of that while having more money to provide direct service.
We love to work with the Community Foundation. They provide a good source of revenues that can be dedicated to projects that are real important to us. And in this case with the electronic health record, these are resources that we didn't otherwise have that we can now put into good use.
The grant has been a wonderful thing for us because it's allowing us to set up our electronic health record system and actually be able to interact with other providers in the community about health information, which is going to increase clinical outcomes, improve care coordination, and a lot of other things for all of our patients.
Catholic Charities is a nonprofit agency. Here in Bloomington, primarily what we do is mental health services, and we provide those mental health services on a sliding fee for individuals who maybe don't have access to insurance. I think we were looking for an opportunity in order to help fund moving ourselves over into the 21st century with electronic medical records. It's a quite expensive ordeal and one that we just weren't able to financially do on our own. But we really wanted to be able to increase our productivity of our staff. Paperwork takes up a lot of our time, and so being able to have the electronic medical records is going to be really beneficial to us.
The Community Foundation is excited to be working with Catholic Charities on this project. Helping them to get their medical records online and to be able to collaborate with other providers for their clients in the community is a great deal.
This is Crawford Apartments, which is a new complex that's just been built to help house people as part of Shalom's permanent supportive housing program. We're very excited about it. It's going to house people who are chronically homeless, long-term homeless due to disability. Over 25 people who've been homeless for many in cases years, in some cases decades. The Community Foundation has provided a really amazing and wonderful grant to support the grant that we've got from HUD to make this program work. And one of the things that the grant requires is that we get some community support, community match to help make that grant happen. And that's what the Community Foundation stepped in and did and helped us provide that match.
We've just learned that the Crawford Homes project construction is ahead of schedule and under budget, so we're very excited about that for them.
My department administers community development block grant and home money for the city of Bloomington, and that primarily supports affordable housing projects. And we also sponsor and assist different activities that promote affordable housing in the city. We acted as the fiscal sponsor for the South Central Housing Network to apply for a Community Foundation grant to create a plan to address homelessness issues in our community. This was a plan that was called for by the IHCDA, and we thought it would be a good thing to promote in our community at this time. The Housing Network has been meeting for over 15 years, and in the last 2 to 3 years we've seen a great deal of collaboration among both the faith-based communities and different agencies in town, as well as Indiana University, to attempt to address the homelessness issues.
The Mobility Management Project is a long-time dream. It's basically, we have a lot of people in Monroe County that really need transportation to get from point A to point B. Our culture is built around the automobile, and when you no longer have access to that and you're dependent on public transportation, it's important to have an alternative if the bus routes don't meet your need. You know, we'll have between 10 and 20,000 trip denials every year where people really need to get someplace, but we can't get to them. And these are people who, for one reason or another, are not able to drive. This is going to give us a tool to basically pull together a lot of community resources and help meet that need. We're working in conjunction with E2 Taxi, Bloomington Transit, the Indiana Institute on Disability and Community, and we have a lot of consumers, a lot of clients with disabilities who are helping drive this. And we're funded not only by the Community Foundation of Bloomington and Monroe County, we're also funded through a New Freedom grant from the state and federal governments that actually comes through the Bloomington Transit Corporation. So it's a wonderful collaborative. We have a great advisory council, and you know, we'll have community-wide impact, and I'm really excited about it.
We have a number of meeting rooms that are available to nonprofits, so we're regularly in touch with them as they come in and do their work or hold programs here at the library. And of course we have resources. We have books and online resources that are dedicated toward nonprofit governance and management and volunteer coordination, running a good nonprofit. So when we discovered that other organizations in town were also getting the same kinds of questions we were, that people were coming in all over the place with these questions, it just made sense to centralize it in one place, and that place be the library, where we're already in the information business. We're open 7 days a week.
Nonprofit Central is staffed 1 to 5 Monday through Friday. There are additional hours that myself or Christine Eicholt-Friesel, the Indiana Room Coordinator, can go out into the community and meet before 1 or after 5. So we're really pleased with the community support from the involvement and the activity, and honestly I'm a little surprised at how quickly it's taken off.
I think a lot of people believe when you talk about a probation officer that it's more of a trail them, nail them, and jail them. You just go out and you conduct surveillance and you try to find the violations and make sure those people are in jail as quickly as possible. And that's really pretty far from where we're at. We're trying to assess a person's risk and assess their needs up front in their supervision, and then very specifically target those risks and needs in an effort to reduce their recidivism, to make the community safer. The original grant we were awarded from the Criminal Justice Institute, the Indiana Criminal Justice Institute, to start Project Change, to start the program and to buy our materials for that. And what Project Change is, it's a supervision tool that we're able to use individually with offenders, but where we are often lacking is the evaluation of that tool and whether it is making a positive impact and whether it's making a huge difference. So we sought out the Community Foundation to try to help us make sure we're making the most impact that we can with our offenders using this particular supervision tool. What we do, we try to make a difference in our community, and we're really striving hard to improve public safety, reduce recidivism, and it's just refreshing to know that the foundation values that as well and is willing to fund our efforts.
Well, the foundation has helped us as one of the key partners in a coalition including the Bloomington Economic Development Corporation, the City of Bloomington, and Monroe County to create an entrepreneurial ecosystem roadmap. And what that means is there's a lot of entrepreneurial activity in Bloomington and Monroe County. It's just not well connected. So we're looking at how do we better get all of us working together to help somebody start or grow a business here. Well, we're really pleased that the Community Foundation sees itself as a partner in economic development. In many communities it's not. It's a funder of many charitable initiatives, other community initiatives, but maybe not seeing itself as an economic development partner. So this is really a progressive view by the Community Foundation of Bloomington and Monroe County in supporting a project like this as one of our key partners.
On behalf of the Monroe County Community Foundation of Bloomington, Monroe County, and the Smithville Charitable Foundation, we're thrilled to present you with this check for $35,000 to the Bill and Gail Cook Center for Entrepreneurship.
Thank you very much.